I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA Review. Today is January 28th, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you had a good day. Yesterday I told y'all we're going to buy. Now I give a pretty bad example, but pushing up from that low yesterday that I got in, pushing up here, and then I didn't finish the structure, but obviously it would be another higher high, and then another higher low, and then continue up. And sure enough, baby, that's what we did. So we kind of speakered out here, and then we came right back down to this gap here. Also, I didn't mention it, but I didn't need to because but there's an imbalance right here. I think I mentioned it a video or two ago, but this January 15th, see the blue candle, see in between there? So, but there's a gap there, so I'm not really highlighting it. It's pretty much centered, in the same, right? So I left that alone. But and I was mentioning that we would probably see the wick, this big wick from yesterday. We dip into it, and then we used again that bearish imbalance from January 10th as support. So we used that gap. Beautiful. We're pushing up. Now we're trying to wipe out all the sellers. I'm still holding. We're trying to get into this gap at the least. Probably these highs up here, as we see here on the daily to the left here, and then ultimately that high, that liquidity right there, getting into that, sealing that imbalance right there, and so on. But take a look, baby. I'm trying to break my record here. My record is 50 grand pretty much, and I'm like 9,000 away or less. I think I can make it. I've been debating about cutting it out or not. Trying to be right or wrong doesn't make sense, but same time, I'm pretty confident in that gap. I think what is it? ES is very close, or yeah, they're just tapping in now. So I'm like, man, we'll see. But very excited. But let me try to do the video real quick here, and you'll see. Now here's the thing. Now, man, if I can make this simple. So when we made that low, here, we pushed up, right? We retraced 2 times, 1, 2. So in this leg from here to here, let me show you the structure. This is super fire, and this video is going to be pretty fire too. But let me just do this here. So from here to here, right? That leg from higher low to higher high, you have 2 lower lows. Right? So inside that leg, you have a high and a higher low. So it made 2 lows, and then you pop up here with the higher high, and then you come up, right? Same back. So back down. Now this is the higher high to the higher low. This is what I was talking about yesterday as far as taking out internal liquidity. That's how you know you're ready to sweep liquidity, but make a higher low, but it's deep. And that's why people use trend lines, and it's very close. If you see here, you can see this right here. Boom, another lower low to lower high, and then lower low again, and then it sweeps all that. Very confusing, and then you push up, right? So that's the leg I'm in now. Now the thing is in general speaking, that's why when you see this would be an extra position. So the position I got in yesterday, this would be a second position, right? But I'm not trading; I'm just holding it. So let me go back to the 1 minute now, so you can see this. Now at the time, I was like, dude, it's going to dump and pump. This is a dump and pump, right? This is a dump, and then obviously the pump is bigger. And I was like, bro, and I had the trade here, and I was like, bro, just close it, sell it into it. They're going to sell and come down and sweep that liquidity, that low right there, that low, and that low, right? But at the same time, I don't know if that's going to go that deep. So I was like, just keep holding it. And it just kept coming lower. I was like, oh, fuck, that would have been a great sell. So let's take a look here real quick. I got to make this video short. So you can see, and here's the point of the video also, is that look at the change in the delivery of the price action. This is a model. These are models all by itself. This is all you need. I swear, even if you didn't know where price is going, I'm saying that loosely. You have to have some context, but you look at this. Like look at this right here, for example. So these 2 candles. See how we push above those 2 candles and we dig back in? All right, there's an inversion imbalance there, but it tags into the last candle. That's fine. You can use the last candle, but that's not reliable as if breaking two. I love when it's two candles like this. We had this same example here, but watch this. So we push up, we push up here and we retrace back in, and then we push off for the leg. Where does it go? It goes to the 2 to 2.5. So if at minimum, if you held to 1 and 1.5, that's a model all by itself, kosher as fucking day, right? And as you see, this is what these blue lines are. So we pop up, right? All right, and then same here. Look at the consecutive candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive candles. Look how we break below it, and then we tap in. Yeah, there's an imbalance right there. Now I got the projection here. Where's 1 and 1.5? That's a minimum. Comes to a 1 and 1.5. This is now pre-930, right? But look at the projection down more. 2 to 2.5. You can see 3 to 3.5. 3.5 to 4. Take a look. Oh, not coincidence. Look, there's a gap there. And I had to allow this retracement. I literally watched a $20,000 trade come back down to 6,000. Just, it was stupid, but at the same time, I was like, yo, just sell it here and buy it again. But, you know, once I'm in a trade, I'll just get, not that lazy, but it's more position trading. Fine. We'll just call it that. But take a look here. So, we bounce. It's a little messy here. Let me see if I can zoom up a little bit here. So here, as you see, we have that imbalance right there, this 835. See how the 50% it's holding? Plus, we're at the daily opening gap for today's dark red always, right? And then we had a miniature opening range gap. See this little orange here? Not the line back here. That's the midnight level. But there's right here is the opening range gap, like with this big box here, but it's tiny. It's right there. So we're not even using it. We're not even concerned about it. So we don't need it technically. So anyways, we push up, we fake, we look at the three candles. 1, 2, 3. See those three candles? Take a look. Let me zoom in. I'm sure you can see this. All right, and then wicks above. That's fine. Up this last up candle. It's like a control of price coming down, but anyways, body staying in here, and then boom, we break. Okay, cool. So if you didn't catch that, no problem. We get a breakdown and we push back up into what? The first imbalance, always in green, and you see these 3 consecutive candles. Look at the 3 candles. So it drops and breaks and retraces, and it to the tick, hits it. Look at that blue line. So you project it. Where's 1 and a 1.5? Right here. Wait a minute, what's going on here? I'm measuring on the 15-minute time frame there. So let me see if I can move this real quick. That's me projecting. Let me just move it over. See that? All right, I'm moving it over. All right, because that's over here. So now, anyways, these projections down, look, it comes to the 1 and 1.5. Cool. Could have took profit if you want. That's a model. That's a guaranteed trade. All right. Comes to the 2 to 2.5. Then it comes to the 3 and 4. But look at the 3 drives. 1, 2, 3. Boom. All right. Divergence right there. Look at that. Look at divergence right here between here and here. That low and that low. Look at this. Higher lows here on the divergence. Beautiful. X marks the spot. You want to wait for this stuff. But guess what? If you don't push buy here, cool. You don't need to because that's risky. So if you want to trade properly, guess what? Watch this. This pushes up. See these candles? See these 2 consecutive down candles? Pushes up. It breaks that high. Then it dips back down. Perfect level, which is the open of the last down candle. Perfect entry. If you were to put a fib here, all right, watch the more fire. You think buyers and sellers are doing this? Yeah, okay. Well, watch this. This is fire here. All right, watch this. Oh, where is it? Where is it at? A 61. You see that? I'm just measuring this right here. See, you see how we push above? This candle was obviously bullish first when it opened up, and then it came down, tagged in that last opening. Ooh, if you do the measurement on a retail fib, 61 on the fucking head. All right, beautiful. That's an extra side note. But guess what? That's if you are waiting for the reverse, and say you're not trying to buy, if you're losing and you're buying all these, don't. Just wait for this. Sometimes it'll take off, and you might not, and it'll come above, and it'll just bounce right here only, right? Because there's an inversion imbalance right here. There's 941. See that? but that didn't matter because it used this level. But sometimes it'll get stuck up here and I won't want to buy that. I'd only want something like this, right? So then guess what? Price pushes up. And now we're doing the projection here. Projection, you got 1 and 1.5 here. You got 2 to 2.5 right here. And then you get the 3 to 3.5 to 4. Pushes up all the way. So while it's coming up here, you can see that we use this inversion. It's 935. Look how it pops up. Body's sitting on it. What's that? A gap. Oh, beautiful. Algorithmic price action. This is what algorithmic price action looks like. So again, you think buyers and sellers pushed it to a 61 right there? Yeah, okay. But anyways, not that you didn't even need this. You didn't even need this. That's why I got the blue line there, so you can see that's an entry. And then you got that too. So we push up to the first imbalance right here, acting like faking the funk. And then look at the next candle, this 10 o'clock. That's when we had news today. We had a gap right there. And literally, it literally opens on 50% of there. Okay, so yeah, buyers and sellers did that too, right? So anyways, we get to the 3.5 to 4 here, okay? Now, don't forget, I also have, but by the way, just so we remember, when it changed the deliver here, it guaranteed to a 1 and 1.5. You can trail it down. Look at this one. Guaranteed came to a 1 and 1.5. You had this one when it pushed down. Came down. You can do this all fucking day. Now watch this. You can just wait for those. All right, so when we push up here, we push up. All right, and then we sweep that high right there. 2 to 2.5, little retracement. Where? Back into the breakout level. Obviously, when this pushed up, that's a breakout level. All right, we also have that inversion right there. I'm dragging it out. This is the 835. You can see it, X marks the spot. It hits the top of it. And if I move this over, which is cleaner, you can see that we're 50% of that imbalance, which is the 1001. Okay, cool. Now we push up. All right, we're pushing up. We get to this gaps. Now we're at this gaps here. So now we've made a higher high, higher low from yesterday. We made a higher high in the middle morning to here, and a higher low. And now we're making a new higher high. So it's a birdie. It's a classic buy day. You get a consolidation first. Speakers out to the top. Speakers out to the bottom. You can draw a trend line. You can see the speaker right there. I'm not even going to draw it. And then guess what? You get the two phases here. You get push up, phase 1, push up, phase 2, push up. Now we're pretty much going to close here or whatever the case is, right? And then with the projection on the 15-minute candle, you can see this last down candle. Just the whole candle, you can see 2 to 2.5. We just entered it right now, right? Also, to the left of the chart, when we did not seal that big ass gap, you also got 50% of the opening range from yesterday. Yesterday's obviously Monday. And then take a look. You see how we retraced back right here, right to the 50 here. Yep. So now we're just squeezing up and sealing more of that. Take a look here. Watch this. This is fire. Again, there's. I'm going to show you a way to do this with the bodies only because the precision is a little bit cleaner with the bodies. So these three consecutive candles, it breaks, it retraces back up. This is what you're looking for. Just like this, it pushes up, it retraces back into the candle. Here, you have an inversion imbalance right there, which we use that here. Take a look here. As the price, once it broke there, it retraces back up. Look at the bodies, can't even get up there, but it's wicking up. Those are entries right there. If I was to have took this sell for a scalp, at minimum, I would have waited for it to get into about 50% of that imbalance right there. So we tag it. Where does it go? Comes deeper to get into this imbalance, this 1022. But look at the projection. Now I projected just the bodies only, no wicks. All right. Look at level 1. Look at standard deviation 1. It's the exact same level as this low. You could have took your profit out right there. How many points is that? That's 450 to 396. You're talking about 50 points for a simple ass model. All right. I mean, I don't even need to make another video ever again. You guys have seen everything. You've seen every up and down cycle. You really don't need any more videos. I mean, after this video, I mean, dude, it's a wrap. But anyways, we get to the 1 standard deviation. We pop up. Now, watch this craziness. It doesn't break that high. So this is still in control, right? So guess what happens? It squeezes up and it comes back down, and it seals. Obviously, it takes that liquidity out. And the push out trader right here, these guys right here, these guys who last minute were like push buy. I mean, I could never do this, right? I mean, I could, but if it's relative. But anyways, it's only relative when I'm already in profit and I'm just adding maybe or something, you know. But anyways, you can see that we seal it up here, and then it's pretty much the story, right? So that's pushing it down. And then again, a tip for you, you don't, and just because you projected it here doesn't mean you want to be like, oh, you know, I got to hold it for 2 to 2.5. I want to hold it for 2 to 2.5. It might hold. I mean, it might not do that. When you're very bullish, it doesn't go past a 1 and 1.5. And I've said that many times in this past month. So, anyways, and it's a classic buy day. Can't you see it? Consolidation, manipulation, push down, and then boom. And then it expands. And that's a classic buy day. That's why the day looks like the way it looks, right? Classic buy day, right? So anyways, then I project these 2 candles here, right? Pretty much. And then you can see up to here, 3.5 to 4. We pretty much get in there. We start consolidating, and then we speaker out here. This was obviously manipulation. This is to frustrate everybody to catch the sell. And whoever's like late buying, like by this point, they're like FOMO. I'm pushing buy, you know, and they come and sweep it. A couple drives down, just a classic speaker. Now, obviously, this doesn't work. Okay, let's take this example here. Let's take this example here, and we'll come to. Oh shit! 1 second. I want to make this video short and sweet. I'm gonna put this in the course even. So if anyone comes in and learns, they want to, you know, I don't have to do this shit again. All right, so we got the 3 candles here. All right, we're short of the 3.5, came to 2 to 2.5, guaranteed to the 1 and 1.5. So it breaks and it retraces back in. You're using that imbalance right there as your entry, plus, plus also this level of the open of the first candles. What a coincidence, right? See that? Now, if I use, let's just say I just use the swing high, because that's also possible. A little bit better. See that? 2 to 2.5 here. Again, you're probably, oh no, I want to get to the 3 and 4. No, man. You are bullish. You are buying. That's why, oh shit, I just dropped my shit. That's why I was mentioning buying tomorrow. Now, I've sort of mentioned I didn't say it. I thought it goes without saying, but I was like, we'll probably get a dump and then first, obviously, and then pump. Now, I gave the example yesterday. Oh, this ain't it. Shit. Here it goes. Where is it? Right here. So I was given in this mention what I want to see. I made this yesterday. So I want to see it push up, right, and come above these highs, retrace back into February. So we buy into February, first week to retrace back and then continue. So here, when I made this, I mentioned coming back into this wick. All right. So I didn't, I mean, it would have been nice to just keep buying, of course, but I mentioned it to come back into this wick. Where'd it go? It came into this 50%. I'm sorry. It came into that gap right there. Obviously, it goes without saying that you're probably going to see a dump and a pump right first. You're going to see the manipulation. They're going to come down first and then buy up. I know. So now I'm like sitting here like, man, should I take this bitch out or not? I don't need to be right to get up in here. It was 41 racks, and you know that's a big deal. And but you know, you obviously expect some type of sell off in the end of the day. It's the wick of the day, which it's creating, right? But I'm hoping that tomorrow, that news, hopefully tomorrow, they don't wick that bitch down here and take these motherfuckers. If they do, I'm going to be salty. But I'm expecting, I'm sure it'll wick down, maybe get into here, whatever happens. But hopefully it's not that far, and then we just raid up, dude, like hard. That's just what I'm going for. So super exciting day. I explained. So you saw this. What happened to the projection? Ooh, look at them. Look at them. What are they doing? Taking out the breakout traders here, right? Um, yeah, man, this looks wide open too. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna take a big hit with the price, but this is swing trading, so this is what I'm doing right now. But again, now here's a prime example of when um you don't see the shift. Well, I mean, I'm sorry, you see a shift, but it doesn't give you that deep retracement like the one down here. Take a look here. I'm just gonna do it at the high because you don't have to do it at the open. It's also at the high. So, and that's what's in there. There's an imbalance right there, and it just taps in. That's as good as it's gonna get. If you're waiting for confirmation and you're not trying to just buy every high or low, because you see the reason why I'm mentioning all this, and here's the best part about the video. Look, you see these candles, these are all 3 down candles. You don't ever break above them. Now, sometimes it'll just break above the last down candle, it'll go, right? But if it doesn't break the consecutive candles, then it's still bearish, right? In this case, selling. Look at here. We push up, we're still in that candle. So it pushes down again. Now, sometimes you'll get a stupid amount of candles, right? Consecutively. And you're like, dude, I'm not waiting for it. Like, let's go to a 5 minute. 5 minute will be a perfect example of why. This is why I use the 1 minute, 100%. But like, okay, you see these? Here's a perfect example in the 5 minute. See these 3 consecutive down candles? Some people are waiting for it to break above and retrace back in. Where are you going to put your stop loss? I'm not putting my stop loss here unless that's what you're trading and you're looking for, you're looking for that type of risk to reward, and you have very small leverage, and you're looking for a, I don't know, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1.5 to 2, whatever it is. What is this? This is here. Here's 2 right here, and it did barely, right? So I mean, if that's what you're doing, you can do that. All right, cool. But we see it on a 1 minute, right? So that's a 5 minute. That's the example I'm saying. And you can see we're all price action is still sitting inside this 5 minute imbalance. We tagged into that one. And if you look on the 15 minute, let me delete this here. And you look on the, all I was doing was I was projecting down, and you're also just still inside an imbalance. So even if I didn't have that, that's basic price action, but the projections is nice, right? And you can use that. So I hope this makes sense. So you see how it taps right here? See how it comes above it and then it retraces and it just stops right there? You would have liked it to come here or to the last candle, but it's very bullish. It wants to push up hard. So you're not really going to see that. But this has got to make sense. So let me see here. Let's see if I can do this. See if I can do this real quick. Let's see what we just did here. And then sometimes it isn't clean like this. So take a look here. Let's just take a look at what do we have? We have this last only up candle. All right. So was it helpful? I mean, could have. Okay. So what does it do? What does it do? It breaks below that candle and retraces back up. Is that a high? Oh, that's dirty. That's for them. That's manipulation. This is where they don't want you to get in, but that's fine. But you see how it wicks above right there? That's just dirty price action. And okay, does it fail? Sometimes it fails. What do you want to do? But it's pretty kosher if you look at it. Yeah, I'm trying to even find an example where it failed. Assuming that you take profit. Yeah, I'm trying to find a place where it fails. Here's because you're still stuck in there. So it doesn't even fail there. I'm trying to see an example of where it fails. Okay, so here, you got these 2 down candles right here. We pop up, we push deep. What does it do? Then it pushes up, right? Stops there, doesn't take the high. So in the model as well, you could say, well, I'm not taking profit at the high. I'm taking profit well below, right? So if I was to do, and you're probably going to say, well, this is a big ass candle. Oh, 1 and 1.5. You see that? So I don't need to wait for the 2 to 2.5. I could just take it at the 1, in between 1 and 1.5. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, so then you get these higher highs and higher lows, right? It fails. Okay, then it comes back down. So let's do this. Oh my God. What a coincidence. Look at these two candles. All right, pushes down. Now, if you're saying, well, how do I get in? I just told you. If it breaks it and it retraces back in, look at the entry here. Boom, hunts for liquidity. You could have got it out here. It had already hit a 1 and 1.5. In that case, but you can wait for an entry and you can wait for it to come back to the 1 and 1.5. Okay, that's possible. Or the 2 to 2.5. You get what I'm trying to say. But what's it really doing? Oh man, that's messy. Oh shit. That's messy. Okay. But what's it really doing? It's just sitting in that imbalance. Wicking. So this is a fire video. I gotta make this done. How else could you have done this? Well, let's just say, oh, that's a high. Yeah, that's true. So you could do here. I'm sorry. This is actually right. So just because they're bearish candles up there, this is still a low to the high. It's a swing. So if I zoom, I gotta zoom in. See this right here? See, that's a low. This low makes that high. So it pushes up and then it breaks. Look how it breaks right there, and then it taps in. Look where it taps in that imbalance. That's an entry. And where are you taking that? You could have, well, again, 1 and 1.5. All right, but then guess what? It comes all the way back, squeezes up. It didn't take the high out. And you could do that process all over again. But look at the projection, because this is the high, not that. This is the high. Where does it go? Look where it came. To 3.5 to 4, and there's a gap there. Oh, it's just fucking gorgeous. So I've said enough here, and dollar gapped up, it's pushing us up. Not really helpful. Divergence work here. We had a higher low here. So when 930 dropped here, we swept all that, NAS and S&P. But it did not take out that swing low here for Dow, and that pushed us up. So I'm looking at the big trend line there. Then we had a little push up. This was pre-market. I'm gonna delete this because I don't want to get it confused. But that low, this Dow took out that low. We had higher lows there. Obviously that failed. So then we had lower highs here with NAS and S&P, while Dow made a higher high. That was the sell. While I was saying, yo, just sell it down, take my trade out, sell it down, take that profit, and then buy back up from there. Sure enough, I just decided to do nothing and hold. So, but fucking beautiful. Now they're trying to sell off. So I'm dealing with that. Dow, as you see, pushed out all the breakout traders right there. See right there? All the breakout traders right here. Bam, squeeze them out. Nothing else to really talk about there. And then I already said S&P came to the gap already. So I hope Nasdaq is not like a weak link and it doesn't hit there again. Oversold, popped up. We're getting into now the mid level of the opening of the opener sold RSI or whatever. And anyone who says RSI is weak, man, you're tripping. Look at this. Look at the 1 hour. Now we just almost tagged. That's why I'm freaking out a little bit here. But I'm trusting that the news tomorrow is going to push it up for the Fed rate into here. If it comes into here, am I going to take it out or am I going to wait for it to sweep these highs? I'm debating. But that's my game plan. And then any retracement here, I'm not going to freak out here. So, I feel like and then the 4 hour oversold coming to a 50%. This is where I need to get above this 50%, and this is where we are. We did wipe out those breakout traders, anybody who just pushed sold through here, that low right there. So we ended up getting them into these gaps here. Let's go to the 1 hour. you can see we tapped into that imbalance right there. So I'm not even, I mean, I guess I could draw it, but this one right here. So that's what it's doing. So now that it tagged into there, oh, you don't say it's at 50% too. Oh, beautiful. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Damn. Oh, and so that's what obviously the algorithm is just coming to the balance and then wipe out liquidity. So now you got an imbalance in there. Does it come this deep? I hope it doesn't, but it might probably. But this is what I wanted to say to finish this video. For example, today, I'm sorry, the big drop here, this big candle. Look at the 4 hour. So look at the 4 hour real quick, and you'll see that this last down candle. This is what I forgot to mention yesterday, but I'll put in the video. You see how it pushes up here, and we tag right above that candle. All these examples that I've been giving you here with this buying and selling of a reversal and projection, it's this, and then when it sweeps above that candle, look how it goes above and then it digs back in. So that's the same thing as a 1 minute chart. There's no difference. Now, obviously, there's 3 consecutive down candles in this 4 hour. You're not going to wait for it to get up here, right? But the logic is that if you wait to see this, like for example, you see these 1, 2, 3, 4 down candles. See how we push above it here and then we come back down? Now, it didn't come deep. It barely touches the top. But that's the understanding of what it did here. Look on this candle. Same thing. We push up. We retrace back. Pretty sure that's a 50% level. Let me see. Looks like it's a 50% in the range. Ooh, real close. Right? But that's okay. They didn't need to do that. The point is that that's the same idea on the 1 minute chart. That's the same idea of what I'm talking about. Take a look at this. Look at this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down candles on the daily. We pushed above here and then we retraced deep. It didn't break that low. So this is a higher low. This is a change. This is a buy program kicking in on the daily. All right. And then that's pretty extreme, but I mean, it's still, the logic is still there. Just like when if you watched some videos ago, I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these 7 bullish candles. I said I want to break below it. And then it did. That's that low of that 7 candles. What did it do here? It broke below and it tapped in. That was it. All right. And then it sold off. So same example here. Same example. I want to make sure I said that. Man, I think I've said enough. And man, big sell off, dude. That sucks. That's not a big sell-off. It's just the end of the day, technically. So, but yeah, this is trying to hit that. I'm trying to break above 50 racks, see if I can do it. As you know, the target's up here. We'll see what happens. I think I've said enough. And then Nvidia, also mentioned yesterday, did they want to sweep these lows? And they did not. So now we're here. I'm wondering, are we going to get bearish order flow or not? Or is it just going to be back to business as usual? And that big ass wick that took out these lows right here and popping back up shows me that we're not probably coming back down. So we'll see. All right. Is there anything else I'm missing? This is a fire video. Putting this in the course for sure. You guys take care and God bless.